Alright guys, so when it comes to the Tea Knight team, so far there has been only one shot comps that has been shared. However, this one is going to be really good for you guys to also put as your defense comp because it does not have insignia, and as you guys can see, it has been doing pretty darn well for me. So let's go into it. This team has been shared by Lin on his YouTube channel, and it is going to be a way to trick other people as well, because you are using something like the feather, watch, and the whistle, and you are able to disguise that as a standard 2-2-1 comp using Holberry as well as Snapdragon and Stardust. So let's go over the topping real quick, and it is going to be Tea Knight with 5 of the Solid Almond, and we are using the exact same topping as before when I shared the Stardust one-shot comp, and it is going to be with damage resist focus as well as extra attack if possible, and then extra attack speed and cooldown if you guys can get it. But the number one focus is going to be that damage resist. Next one is going to be our Holberry using 5 of the Swift Chocolate here as well, focusing on the damage resist as well as the cooldown around 22%. And then we got our Sherbet. Sherbet is a little bit weaker than Lin's. Lin did have around 24% on the cooldown, but I am going with the optimal of 22.4% at least, and then of course focusing on the damage resist and some attack speed and attack. Attack speed definitely helps out in shooting out those shards a little bit faster, so it definitely helps out here. And the next one is going to be our Stardust. Stardust is using 5 of the Juicy Apple Jelly here, focusing on that crit, damage resist, and as well as the extra cooldown around 8% is really good if you guys can get up to there. But of course, the number one focus is going to be that damage resist. And then last one is going to be our Snapdragon. Snapdragon is using 5 of the Swift Chocolate, at least around 23.7% to get a super high cooldown on Snapdragon, and then of course extra attack as well as crit and attack speed will definitely help out. Damage resist is not needed. And as for the magic candy of Tea Knight right now, my Tea Knight's magic candy is at 23, so it is not maxed out. Lin did share it as plus 30, I believe. And for you guys who are wondering how you guys can set up the defense team, if you guys are using this team, it's going to be hiding Sherbet as well as Tea Knight. Although the order is not going to be exactly the same as putting in someone like Pattaya as well as Capsaicin and Moonlight in place of Sherbet, it is still going to be able to fool some of the players and thinking that it's going to be a standard 2-2-1 comp with Moonlight as well as either Pattaya or Capsaicin, or a 3-1-1, which is going to be something like Holberry, Capsaicin, Pattaya, or Wallberry, Pattaya, and Stardust in the, the only DPS, and Snapdragon in the back. Alright, so this is going to be the way to defend it, but let's get into the actual arena battle because you guys want to see this thing in action as well. It is going to be a non-one-shot Tea Knight comp here with the feather as well as the whistle. So I do have to say that the perk of this team is that it definitely does really well against majority, if not all, of the 2-1-2 comps. Alright, and the thing is that Sherbet is able to put that frost stack, and most of the time Sherbet is going to be the first one to die. However, we do have that feather, alright, to revive Sherbet really quickly, shoot out more shards at the enemies, slow them down even further and do damage. And Stardust is there to place that extra sleep onto the enemies, as well as put that sign of the star debuff, making that one particular cookie take even more damage than before. And Tea Knight is really just there. Alright, once Sherbet dies twice or something like that, then Tea Knight is able to take the full stack of the sign or the wrath of the commander buff, not the sign, and he's just able to deal damage even before all of your cookies start dying off. So this team does well in covering Tea Knight's kind of weakness, which is going to be that Tea Knight needs the frontline tanks in the enemy team to die off in order for him to do even more damage. That is going to be taken care of by someone like Sherbet, who is able to constantly put that frost stack and just deal massive amount of damage to them as the stacks get even higher, and Stardust, who is able to help that out on the side. Tea Knight is still able to give some extra attack and the crit buff from his skill, as well as Sherbet is going to be able to just, absolutely burst the crap out of the enemies. Alright guys, and with that battle, we're back to Grandmaster 2. Alright guys, so this one actually might be one of the counters to the Tea Knight comp. I have bursted several times, and there are more times that I lose to this particular comp than win. So that is going to be the Pattaya as well as Capsaicin Holberry with Stardust, and they are using the rare scroll. So it is increasing that defense of Pattaya as well as Capsaicin and Holberry even further. and preventing my cookies from actually killing them fast. So right there, you were able to see that Sherbet did die pretty darn early. But this time around, I think I got pretty lucky because my Sherbet was able to cast that skill one more time right before he died. So I am going to be winning this one, it seems like. But there are some times when Capsaicin with Stardust and Pattaya are able to kill off Stardust and Sherbet at the same time as well. All right, so just keep that one in mind. It is a slight counter. Of course, it's not going to be 100% loss and 100% win or anything like that. And this time around, Tea Knight was the one to do the most damage with 3.3 million, and Sherbet as well as Stardust did about 2.8 million each. Alright guys, and this one is going to be the Wallberry Pattaya instead of the Capsaicin Pattaya with Stardust in the back. And it seems like Stardust did target our particular Stardust this time. Alright, but this should be pretty good because, yes, although Wallberry is able to give that extra damages and some extra HP shield, our Sherbet is taking way less damage than having that Capsaicin on the team, right? So right there, that Fire Breath, our Stardust is able to dodge it by using his skill, while our Sherbet dies and is able to pop that extra shards onto the enemies. All right, so right here we should be pretty darn good. Tea Knight is super healthy because of the help of Snapdragon and the shield, and we have Hollyberry to do the damage focus as well. So not a problem. Definitely a lot easier to verse than the Capsaicin, Pattaya combo with Hollyberry. And this time around, Stardust did die pretty darn early and was not able to target too many, so didn't do much damage. But our Tea Knight as well as Sherbet definitely did the most with 4 million damage each. Alright guys, and this one is going to be the standard 2-2-1 comp with Moonlight as well as Stardust onto the enemy team here. And I gotta see how this one's actually going to turn out because all of them are fully ascended. All right, 5-star ascension on Moonlight, 5-star ascension I believe on Stardust, as well as Hollyberry and Snapdragon. Not too sure about Pattaya, but we'll see how this one turns out. Our Tea Knight is kind of on the brink of death here, and it seems like we are going to be losing here because it's just stat difference. At a certain point, this one is a little bit harder to deal with stat difference. I would say if you guys are versing someone who has like an insane amount of ascension difference or promotion difference than you, then probably the answer to that particular enemy is going to be a one-shot comp, because one-shot comp just bursts them down before they're able to do a lot of extra skills, before they're able to heal and stuff like that. So that's probably the answer for you guys. But you guys can see right there, it is a not a fully ascended Hollyberry, but 4-star ascension, 3-star ascension, 3-star ascension, 5-star ascension, and 5-star ascension. So you guys can see the healing difference between our Snapdragon and theirs is insane. All right, so that's probably another thing. And they do have the scroll, and yeah, kind of lost there, but was still pretty close. But there you guys go. This is going to be the 2-2-1 Tea Knight comp that is going to be using Stardust as well as Sherbet. And it is definitely a really good comp in my opinion. Very good against majority of the 2-1-2 comps. Again, if you guys don't have the ability to make something like this, then this one will definitely help out. And it is very good against majority of the the 2-2-1s as well in most cases, unless you guys do have a bit of these promotion and ascension difference. And if you guys think that they do have a pretty darn high ascension difference, then just go with the standard one-shot comp, and that works out pretty darn fine, and it's probably the better option for you guys. But do want to let you guys know that it is pretty darn weak against a single tank, all right, which is going to be a werewolf with prune juice. There are still some comps that are going around with prune juice, so watch out for that one if you guys do verse it. Tea Knight is pretty darn weak against prune juice, but besides that, pretty darn strong. Thank you, Pom Pom Lin, for sharing this team on your channel, and I will link down in the description his video as well. Thanks for watching. Good luck with the arena climb, guys, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.